Yes.
Hi, Charlie Kirk. I would like to debate you on your claim that democracy is not an American value.
Okay. I mean, it's a very technical argument, but yes.
Okay, well, I say it is an American value because it's established in our Constitution, and it creates elections in Article 1, Section 2 of our Constitution for Congress, and we're a democracy. We have democratic values.
Again, this is a semantic argument, but an important one. And so where does the word democracy appear in the Constitution?
Its definition appears in the Constitution.
But the word does not.
Why does that matter?
Hold on. As I say, it's a semantic argument. So therefore, in the Federalist Papers, which I'm guessing you are familiar with, right? Madison, Hamilton, and Jay wrote it as an explainer of the Constitution. When was democracy mentioned, and how was it presented?
It's mentioned in our Constitution.
Okay, well, it's not though. The word is not. So what you're talking about is representative government, which of course we have. However, democracy is something completely different. Democracy, as was talked about in the Federalist Papers, was talked very negatively. Our own founders spoke negatively about democracy in our Federalist Papers. The authors of the Constitution went negative. You might say, but Charlie, we have elections. Of course we do. So what is the difference between democracy and a constitutional republic? There are big differences. In a democracy, the majority always wins with almost no breaks and no slowdowns of a check and balance system to protect freedoms and liberties. In a constitutional republic, the government starts with certain truth claims that are transcendent and irrefutable. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. The government is here to promote the general welfare, things of this nature. A democracy does not usually have the same kind of separation of powers. A true, actual democracy...
Yeah, we're not a pure democracy.
Right, but the word itself is not in any of our founding documents, and it was actually talked about negatively.
But the idea that we're not a democracy is ridiculous.
We're not,
because we still vote.
That's not the attribute. Like I said, that's representative government. It's a constitutional republic. And you're thinking way too simple about this. You got to go deeper. And I'm not trying to pick on you. I'm just saying you got to broaden your horizon. Not every place that has elections is a democracy.
Right, but you also claimed that democracy is a majority rule.
Correct. Yeah.
Do the presidents and do our politicians not have to win a majority amount of votes?
No, they actually don't. They have to win a plurality of the electoral college.
The electoral college, but that's not a majority.
No, actually, it's not. Think about it. You're actually not voting. You're voting for people to vote for you in the electoral college. You're actually voting for
voting.
No, that's different. That is a Republican. Hold on. A democracy is that you yourself would vote and there's nothing in the middle. A small r Republican form of government is you vote for people to vote for you. That's what you do with the House, the Senate, and the Electoral College. You actually aren't voting yourself. You're voting for people to go vote for you. The Electoral College gathers to then go cast a vote on your behalf. That's actually not you voting.
But that describes a representation, like representatives.
Of course, we agree on representative.
Right, and
that's not a democracy.
And we elect these representatives through democracy.
No, okay. Again, this is semantics. I encourage you to do more research, man. I don't want to belabor this.
It's the Constitution. I don't understand.
Do you know what a republic is?
Yes.
Okay, well, tell me the difference between a republic and a democracy.
So in a republic, you have representatives. And I'm not saying that we aren't both a republic and a democracy. In a democracy, we elect our leaders. In a republic, we elect representatives. So we vote for the representatives.
Yeah, so we're a republic. In a democracy, for example,
we vote.
Let me tell you what a democracy looks like. They'd say, hey, today we're going to have an up or down vote on universal health care. Go to the ballot box. That's what a democracy. You vote. Every person will vote on every single issue in a democracy. A lot of ballot referendums, a lot of things of that nature. Now, states can look in more that way. I don't want to belabor this too much. I encourage you to just do more reading.
But it's an American value. It clearly
go
states
ask Grok. What did the founding fathers believe? Go to Grok and say, what did the founding fathers say about democracy in the Federalist Papers, and did the word democracy appear in the Constitution?
That doesn't matter if democracy is specifically
okay, so then let me ask you, what is democracy? Define it.
Democracy is a system or government that's ran by elected leaders.
That's not the definition of democracy. It isn't. Thank you very much.
It's literally right here. The online definition is a system of government by the whole population.
Or whole population, exactly.
Right.
I am right. That's not what we have. We delegate our authority to elected leaders.
And they still have to have a majority. You still need a majority of Congress to vote on a bill.
No, they don't. You have pluralities. You need actually 61% of the vote. In a Republican style of government, things are slower. They are arduous. And you have natural rights that are enshrined that the majority of the people cannot overturn. Thank you very much. I'm not going to keep on going this way.
Mutually exclusive.
They are actually at odds with one another. Again, this is not a civics course. You got to go do more research, man.
This isn't about civics. This is just basic.
Again, how about this? Go take 5 minutes, come back, and show me where the word democracy is in the Constitution. You can't find it because it doesn't exist. Thank you.
When Charlie Kirk says education is a scam, he is actually referring to students like this, because they will go to any length to prove that Charlie Kirk is actually right. And this poor college kid doesn't just want to listen and learn what Charlie Kirk is saying. And this makes me feel bad for most college students, because it's obvious that the educational system has failed them. And I'm glad that Charlie Kirk is here to re-educate most of them. What are your thoughts? Leave it in the comment section down below. This college kid is obviously debating Charlie Kirk with a mindset of winning, and he has failed woefully. But if he had an open mindset to debating Charlie Kirk, maybe he would have learned one or two things which he actually needed to do more research on what has been taught or what he has learned in the past. Because come to think of it, this kid is actually debating what he knows, what has been taught to him, and I feel so sorry for them. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. Charlie Kirk is doing the work of both high school teacher and a college professor when he debates the students, because most of them come in blindly, not knowing what they are debating on. And the way Charlie Kirk is so patient with them is very, very admirable. And I hope that most of these college kids spend a lot of time on Charlie Kirk's work, because I think this is what they need and what they are consuming currently in college. And I just want to say God bless Charlie Kirk for what he is doing for this college kid. They don't even realize it, but I believe that later on in life they will come to appreciate Charlie Kirk even more. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I really enjoyed this video, and if you have any recommendation from Charlie Kirk that you want me to touch on, I'll be so happy to do that. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.